Anthony Edwards was recently in the Philippines where he just debuted the AE3 exclusively. And honestly, his Adidas partnership is some of the best storytelling in sports marketing, if not all of culture. When the AE1 launched back in 2023, Adidas built everything around the things that people already loved about Anthony Edwards. One being his confidence, and two being the fact that no matter if a camera is on him or not, he doesn't sacrifice his character or who he is because someone is watching. He's authentically himself. This 3-year campaign is called Believe That, and the first commercials had Ant talking trash, calling out competitors, and basically telling everybody that his shoe is better than the competition. And in sneaker culture, when you think about traditional marketing, they usually invent a character. It's usually like a Mars Blackman or someone like that, but Adidas didn't have to do that because Ant was already a character. All they had to do was build a world around him and then kind of flesh it out from there. And that's what great marketing, when we talk about world building, that's pretty much what they do, and that's what they've done here. Certain places always look familiar. There's running jokes, there's the catchphrase, which in this case is the tagline, and is the star. But then there's his best friend Nick Maddox, there's Detective Finn from Law and Order, there's Cat Williams, there's the kids around the campfire. Even the newest chapter, we see him calling out some of the OGs, basically saying y'all are old at this point. I feel like that's where the commercial is going, but we'll see when it comes out. What also makes Believe That dope and that storytelling so good is that he can react to whatever's happening in basketball in real time. So if AE gets a fine, they got a chapter for that. If the playoffs are coming, they have a chapter for that. And even visually, you know where you are with each chapter of the story. The peach color comes from Ant's roots in Atlanta. Again, Georgia is the peach state if you didn't know that. And that brings us to what's happening in the Philippines right now and why that's so interesting. Because the story has gotten big enough that now it can travel. And the Philippines, for those who don't know, is one of the most basketball crazy places in the world. They love AE, and he actually has a history over there already. In 2023, he played in Manila for the FIBA World Cup. So Adidas isn't randomly dropping him into another country. Instead, they're actually just giving the story of Believe That a new setting. They have Manila specific basketball experiences. And now they get an exclusive reveal of the AE3. And though Adidas doesn't disclose exactly how many AE1s it sold, in its 2024 annual report, the company did say that increased demand for its basketball signature shoes was led by the AE1. And by the second quarter of 2025, performance basketball was growing at a double-digit rate. And Adidas specifically named the continued success of the AE1s as one of the drivers for this. Its latest annual report says the AE2 is now building on that momentum and driving strong engagement in basketball. Now they've got the AE3 coming. So all this said, the storytelling is doing what great marketing is supposed to do. It's building the AE franchise, it's helping Adidas land in culture, and it's making AE the face of the brand and the face of the NBA, whether he wants to or not. I'm just saying that's probably the biggest lesson here on top of all the brand stuff. And then lastly is the consistency. They kept telling the story long enough for people to actually care about what happens next. And all that said, I know AE doesn't want to be the face of the NBA, but it's like Jon Snow, Game of Thrones. We know that you don't want it, but dog, the people saying it's you, bro. Believe that. Peace.